literally seen someone write, "I feel like getting my ass ate" on social media. I'm almost sure that person won't say that in front of their grandmother. If you're not willing to talk about your brother who just got out the joint for the 50 millionth time, or if you're not willing to talk about your uncle who a child molester, or any of that stuff, well, don't talk about it on social media. My man Raider for Life said the only thing about music is we have had explicit lyrics almost every decade of my life. It's not a new phenomenon. Shout out to Raider for Life. It's not. It's not. But you know what? They wasn't the only thing. The thing is, Raider, and I know you agree with me on this, it was always innuendo. Or you had Millie Jackson and Mahalia Jackson playing in the same house. It was balanced. You can't have all good. Because then that's distorting. When something bad happens, it destroys you. You can't have all bad because that'll destroy you. You have to have balance. You know, cheating in the next room and a whole lot of that type of stuff. It's dope to have those songs, but we cannot let our children be inundated with that every single day, all day long, disrespecting women, and then you wonder why these girls have complexes. Like the use of marijuana. That was something that cool people did. I remember you were a cool guy. Yeah. Two Live Crew, Prince NWA. Yes. But you know what, again? I think me and you around the same age, Raider. We couldn't play that sitting in front of our mama's house. You was not going to sit on your grandmother's porch or your mother's porch or your homeboy's porch. Don't stop, get it, pop that pussy doodle brown real loud. And most of Prince's music was innuendo. You knew what he was talking about. But you had to figure it out. Perfect example for Prince, Raider. I used this on the show Wednesday. I'm not going to let the elevator break us down. Oh no, let's go crazy. Everybody knew Prince was the hottest dude in the world at that point. The original lyrics were, I'm not going to let the devil break us down. Let's go crazy for Jesus. It's not, you ain't going to say that. Thank you, Red Breeder, for sharing. Much love. That's what I'm talking about, Raider. The government stopped him for saying, I'm not going to let the devil break me down. Oh no, let's go crazy for Jesus. But it's cool to say some of this other stuff you're saying now. And then when you listen to other genres of music, you know, me and Big L.O. used to call it crazy white boy music. They talking about killing their mom and all that, but that ain't what they. But you also heard Born in USA. You also heard Time After Time from Cyndi Lauper. You also heard Wham, and then George Michael once he left Wham. Okay, how many times did you hear? I'm glad you challenged me. How many times did you hear Darling Nikki on the radio? How many times did you hear Sister on the radio? You heard that because you own the album. So you talking about album cuts. How many times did you hear Darling Nikki on the radio? And like you said, you couldn't play it in front of your folks. And I'll be waiting on you to hit, because I've never heard Darling Nikki. In Chicago, Illinois, I've never heard Darling Nikki on the radio. I saw it in the damn movie, and I heard it because they had the album. I didn't hear it on the radio. And I'm not trying to be L7, right? I'm not trying to, I'm the stuff straight. Bruh, I got so much custom music. At one point, I only owned hip hop. So 99.9% of my music at one point in my life was fuck you. AMG, Vertical Joyride, DJ Quick, NWA, Just Ice and DMX, Ice-T, Ice-T had a song literally titled "Let's Get Butt Naked and Fuck." So I'm not trying to act like I wasn't on that, Rare. Raider. I'm just saying it wasn't in my face on the radio. Hey, Raider, you and I, since you brought up Dollar Mickey, you and I both remember it was a time in our life that we had to wait 1 hour to hear a rap song, and you might have to wait 2. You might have to wait 90 minutes to hear a rap song. Now, even when, and if I'm correct about our ages, even when you no, I'm not tripping on the songs. I'm talking about the exposure to our children. That's all I'm saying. Me and you, look, like NWA came on, and then everybody knew that what they meant. I got 5 on it, and they were even saying it, but that wasn't on the radio every 5 minutes. You had The Deal, you had Tony, you had New Edition. Hell, we almost lost our mind when we heard LL Cool J on the radio. But guess how he got on the radio? I Need Love. That's all I'm saying, man. But when our kids listening, all they know is stick it in, the titties out. You reminded me of the Jeep. R. Kelly, man. Hey, man. I was never really R. Kelly fan, man. But I was a guy fan. And we all remember that song started off, and we was all debating if he said dumb bitch. I remember that. So don't get me wrong. I'm not no square. But there's no shame with the youngsters the last 20 years. That's my shout out to Rick. That's my point. That's my point. They'll play my neck, my back. Exactly. We wasn't pumping that around seniors, man. We wasn't doing that, man. Or if you did it, you was blowing through the block. You wasn't leaning out the window. Titties, ass. You wasn't doing that, bro. That's all I'm saying. But that's all they got. And there's no balance on the radio. There's no balance in our videos, and our TV, and things of that nature. And we have to curtail that. We have to put ourselves in a situation to whereas we can't live in that world anymore. That's all I'm saying, Raider. All I'm saying is we have to remove ourselves from that situation. Otherwise, it's going to destroy us. And there will be no redemption. That's why you got a young boy, because he's seeing people do this on TV. You got a young boy here in Chicago who was breaking into it. Rated. I don't know if you've seen this. Check this out. Just to show you how stupid these young people are. And it's teaching the young ones it's the way of life. Thank you. Thank you. Rare Beauty, thank you. And that's exactly what I was about to speak on. It's a young boy here in Chicago. They did some loot last Sunday going into Monday morning, going into Sunday night, going into Monday morning. I'm sure y'all heard about that. Young boy put himself on Facebook or whatever live feature he has. He put it on live, right? And ran his ass into a place and broke into was attempting to break into an ATM while his phone was filming him live. I don't know if he got the money or not, but the next thing you see is him walking down the street yelling at a girl saying, and I quote, "You need to shut your big eye ass up and bring your ass down here and loot with the rest of us. I'm not even spending my check this week. I'm spending my loot check." And that same boy I saw on my feed by Chuck D, Public Enemy, is incarcerated right now. I saw on my same Instagram feed today, I saw that same young boy mugshot. And because we allowed them to listen to this madness, watch this madness, and normalize, as Rare Beauty just said, normalize this madness. That's why our kids are the way they are. I'm not blaming anybody or anything. I'm blaming us. And I'm saying, for one, we got to start having inside conversations, in-house conversations. And we also Have to do a better job at filtering what our kids see. That's all I'm saying, dog. I mean, I'm a hip hop junkie till I die, Raven. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I like that Wet and Gushy song. But if I had a grandson or a granddaughter, they wouldn't hear me play it. Just like me and you, we should sneak and listen to the Richard Pryor albums. They were our parents' possessions, but me and you had to sneak and listen to it. Go in the basement, go someplace where if they messed around and walked in the house, they would never hear you play it. Or sneak it over to one of your homeboys' house and dubbed it, and then you play it in your Walkman or whatever. Whatever the case was. But we didn't openly display that type of ill-mannered behavior. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. I would be remiss to pretend that I ain't rocking with that. Because I am. That's a lie, man. But there's no shame in our community anymore. That's all I'm saying, Raider. We are no shame. And we got to bring that back, man. We have to bring that back. We have to bring decorum back. Look, Raider, this is what I'm talking about. I literally heard this conversation in my lifetime. Blew the top of my head off, Jack. A person got mad at me for putting their son out of my house. Young boy on my back porch smoking a cigarette. He couldn't have been no more than 12. I was like, nah, we ain't smoking up in here, man. You can put that out or you can go home. He went home and told his mom, I put him out. His mother said, brought it to me. You put my son out your house for smoking weed? I said, I put your son out my house for smoking a cigarette. Had her mama with her. So it's a grandmother, the young boy, the mother, and the grandmother. I said, he was smoking a cigarette. Oh, yeah, because I know he smoked weed. She had no problem with him smoking. She had a problem with him smoking cigarettes, but not weed. The mother turned to the girl and said, you let him smoke weed? And she said, and I quote, shit, his weed be better than mine. That's what we got to stop, man. The ability to be upset with me because you thought I put your son out my house for smoking weed. That wouldn't have been cool to her. But it was cool to put him out for smoking a cigarette. And I didn't even put him out. I said, man, you can't smoke that here. Young boy went home, brought his people back to me. And it was cool that that's what I'm saying, right? It was cool that he was smoking. If he would have been smoking weed, me and her would have had words. But since he was smoking a Newport, that was messed up. And she told her mama it was cool. So there you go. Most parents don't monitor their teens in the 2020s. I remember when MySpace came, when MySpace. Okay, when MySpace came out, my daughter was 9. She couldn't have an account, but now I see Facebook applications and people give their kids access to them. Are also mothers and daughters and sons age 12 get on Facebook to act as if they're 18. So they can snoop on their daddy. Damn, that's sad. I have a grandchild 13 on Facebook with a Facebook account that the mama made. Shake my head. That's what I'm talking about. We can, first and foremost, that was the Sister Red Beauty. Thank you for participating in this show. Much love to you, sister. First of all, why are we putting kids in position to do adult stupid shit? Because that's just some stupid adult shit. You gonna snoop on your dad. Your kids don't need to be involved in that. Again, that's an inside conversation that needs to be had with you and the child and not the goddamn kid. That's what I'm talking about. The kid don't need to be nowhere around that. But we sitting around doing it. No decorum. No class. Like the young boy Russell off that album. That's school on a Sunday, man. No class. Where did you get your parenting? You got your parenting from the Cracker Jack box. And that's because we allowed our people to listen. You know, a lot of these people allowed their kids to listen to Snoop Dogg and thought it was cool and cute. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.